while ago, I was having a hard time thinking of a topic for a homily, so I decided to look on the internet for some ideas, and I ran across a writing from a priest that I thought I would share with you today because it relates to Jesus' baptism. Back in the 1980s, the Soviet Union had a leader, very famous, by the name of Mikhail Gorbachev. Now, Gorbachev was a communist himself, which meant that he didn't believe in God. He was an atheist. But what's interesting about Gorbachev is that he was baptized as a baby. His parents were avid communists. However, his grandmother, who happened to live with he and his parents, decided that the baby should be baptized, and she brought him to the Russian Orthodox Church where he was baptized. Gorbachev grew up in the home with his grandmother and his parents, but his grandmother was not afraid of his communist parents and posted pictures of Jesus all through the house. Now, his father, in response to that, decided to post pictures of Stalin in the home. So you might see, if you looked in his home, a picture of Jesus next to a picture of Stalin. And these were interlaced all over the house. Gorbachev grew up in a home that was communist, but also religious because of his grandmother. In the writing, the priest posed this question: what would have happened had Gorbachev never been baptized? Well, he believes that the history of the world would be very different than it is today, that we would see many more communist countries than there are right now. He believes that the baptism influenced Gorbachev to go ahead and help bring down communism in many countries around the world. And as a result, today we don't see many communist countries. And I know some people might be thinking, but what about Hitler? Hitler was baptized, but yet he was such an evil person. And that is a good question to pose. Today's gospel gives us that answer. If we look at Jesus, we know that Jesus himself was God and had no sin and did not need to be baptized. But Jesus went ahead and was baptized to demonstrate his humility. And we need to do the same thing. We need to be humble before God. And that way it allows God into our lives and allows him to influence us. If we aren't baptized, we might resist God and he might not be able to influence our lives. But when we are baptized, we have a responsibility to be humble before God, to follow his 10 Commandments, to follow Jesus' teachings, to pray, to attend church, and have an open relationship with God so that he can influence us and change us for the better. And so that he can use us to influence others and maybe change the world, just like he did with Gorbachev. Thank you, and God bless you.